I mean, these look like spam to me. This is probably like, your Netflix account has been frozen. Please pay us $5 million and we'll get it back for you. I suppose so. I'd like to watch the film and see if you can find out what happened. Oh, so we're actually just kind of like real fake hired detectives in this game. Okay, I can dig that. Sure, I'll give it a shot. Wait, actually, hold on a sec. You're really asking filmmakers to like investigate why a film got suspended for reasons unknown? If you don't mind me asking, did you write a letter for someone precious? Well, let's see. The person most precious to me. It's perfectly fine. Why'd you get so worked up then? Shimoneko. Hello, I'm Shimoneko. Yeah, I'm here to promote Shimane. Yeah, I ate too much and it's a little hard to move, but if some meow comes to see me, I'll cheer right up. So feel free to greet me. Yeah. Do we gonna be labbing again? To the lab. Yo, what we cooking up in the lab, dog? Now for my next trick, I'm going to ninja vanish. Smoke bomb! Yo, imagine if you were a ninja, but instead of throwing smoke bombs, you just farted so hard that you actually produced like a visible smoke cloud and then vanished. Tally ho! Away! After returning to the editing room, Yagumo rushes to turn on the computer. Magari, the truck. Bring up the cut where the truck slams into her. Okay, one. Yeah, that did seem kind of suspicious because it actually looked like they fucking ran her over. Not gonna lie. It looked like they really used a real live truck and ran her over. Okay, one sec. This computer takes an eternity to boot up. One eternity later, the computer finally boots up and Magari opens the video software. Here, this the cut? That's it. Does the truck have a company name printed on the side? Can you make it legible? It's pretty blurry, but I'll try. Magari must feel pressured seeing Yagumo that way. She's more serious than usual as she quickly moves the mouse to process the image. Okay, how's that? It's a little blurry, but it's sort of legible, right? Whoa, it's Shimane, Crane, and Turtle shipping. That's pretty clear. Way to go, Magari. Well, I just thought I'd give it my best shot. Alrighty, can you look that up on the net? Okie dokie. Magari opens a browser and uses a search engine. But, nothing's coming up. Maybe it's a fictional company made for the film? Maybe, but it still bugs me. I want to do a thorough investigation. But is there a point in the investigating it? Director Buse said the film's for the decade-old TV drama project, right? I want to confirm that. This is pretty much our only clue as to when the film was shot. What do you mean? Even Isogame said the film was for a decade-old TV drama project, but he didn't know what was actually on the film. So if it's something we can check, I want to check. But there weren't any hits on the net, so what now? We can look for their registration at the Regional Legal Affairs Bureau. If it's a real company, anyway. It's getting late. Let's go before it closes, Magari. Magari still doesn't quite understand, but Yagumo's enthusiasm convinces her to get up regardless. Yes, I'm looking for the Pamp Gang Enthusiast Corporation. I'm sorry, the what? Hey, yo, nice digs. They arrive at the Mitsui Legal Affairs Bureau just before closing time and finish the procedure to obtain the registration documents. That was cutting it close. They almost closed. Yeah, but the front counter took our application, which means it's an actual company, and not a fake made specifically for the shoot. It's no time at all. They've called up to receive the registration documents. Sure enough, there's a registration for Shimane Crane and Turtle Shipping in Matsui. Let's see here. They went dormant 5 years ago, huh? Well, that explains why there's no search results online. Director! Here! Look here! Magari points at the date the company was founded. Sure enough, the date written is April 1st, 2012. What? That's 8 years ago. But that doesn't make sense if... That's 8 years ago. But that doesn't make sense if the cursed film was shot 10 years ago. Synesthesia acquired! The logo of the company established 8 years ago was embezzled in the film. What on earth? So the company was established before the film, or after the film. You think they made like a legitimate company after they made the film? Anywho, where do we go from here? Do we stay here? I think our finding, it's already past 5 p.m., so the Legal Affairs Bureau is already closed off. Well, whatever. We already saw the registration, so we've got no further business here. Okay. Do we go back? Or maybe we hit up the our little like reception area and just process what we have, I guess. There's nobody who was seen at the reception today. Magari must have given up and gone to the editing room. Though I guess it's not like she can avoid going into the editing room forever. Work's work. Magari, bring up the slamming truck scene again. Sure thing. Is this going to be the same thing that we saw? Magari boots up the cooler and quickly opens the appropriate scene. Shimane Crane and Turtle Shipping. It's real. Or rather, it was real. It's a dormant company from 8 years ago. A dormant company wouldn't go out of their way to supply one of their trucks for a film shoot, would they? Which means... Is there anywhere I can go? Or do we confront, I'm a little lost now as to where we should, Can we schedule another meeting with Ibuse? They call up Ibuse at the front, knowing it's a long shot. After a short while, the elevator opens, revealing only Monami. Where's Director Ibuse? I'm sorry, I tried to convince him, but he really has nothing more to say. Oh, no, you don't have to apologize, Monomi. It's my fault for being so persistent when he's a busy man. We'll come back some other time. I see. Oh, I'll see you then. Okay. Monomi smiles and Yagumo's response and gracefully turns around. Her fluttering hair tickles Yagumo's nose. She smells so nice. You're a creep. Yagumo's too distracted by watching Monomi leave to even register Magari's jab. Oh my god, she smells like daffodils. Oh yes. Oh, you smell so delicious. You smell like cinnamon coffee. Oh. Yo, can I get a whiff of your dogs? No! Where do I go from here, though? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Fuck. We going back to the headquarters? Fortunately, Isogami doesn't seem busy. Yagumo and Magari are quickly taken into the reception room after checking in. So, Maxie, you figure anything out about the film? Nothing I can say for sure, but the investigation's proceeding. I see. Hopefully that film doesn't turn out to actually be cursed, you know. Isogami, do you think that's an actual ghost? Well, I heard that the project had a shady history to begin with. And besides, well, us industry vets have heard a lot of things. Even some legit videos just can't be broadcast. Oof, so that sort of stuff really does exist, huh? Sure does. So that film could be legit too. Ah, that's scary. Yep, scary indeed. Isogami and Magari keep nodding. Yagumo can only watch them in exasperation. Alright, I guess there's nothing new we can do there. I mean, I didn't check my, Is there anything I can do in my room? Yagumo sits in front of his computer and opens up his email clients as his routine. No work requests today either, huh? Jeez, the situation's normal. In a bad way. This is no time to be filming shit. We got a mystery to solve. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can learn from. I feel like I might have missed something. Does this place have anything to do with the film? Well, before Yagumo can finish that thought, a strange man blocks their path. That definitely indeed is a strange man. Huh. Excuse me, can we help you? It's time for the first Baki Baki Shimane quiz! Huh? What? Have you two been to Matsui Castle? Matsui Castle is the topic of today's quiz. Are you just talking to yourself? The Lord of Matsui Castle appears in which of the following famous Rakugo stories? Am I supposed to know? Am I supposed to know? The Sama in Meguro, just, I don't know. This answer was jumping out to me. I'm just gonna guess it. Correct! Yeah, I'm just a genius. You know, multiple choice has always been my go-to. I'm just goated at guessing, I guess. I don't know. Am I supposed to know these answers? Where do I get this information? Correct! The one that eats Saman in the story is Dewakami Matsudaira of Izumu Matsui. Oh, hey, elusive apparition. Interesting. So, I'm guessing these are like random encounters that you can get, huh? Some variants of the story use other lords, but the majority mention him. Well done, you two. Well, until we meet again. And with that, the man rushes off like the wind, leaving Yagumo and Magari dazed and confused. Oh, so meeting the Neko on the beach was actually, I think, like a side thing. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm guessing those are just little special things, huh? What the hell was that guy? An enigma. What was the design on his t-shirt supposed to be? Also an enigma. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Interesting. So I guess it's worthwhile to, like, go everywhere? Because I might run into some random encounters like that. Interesting. Was there anything else? Let's just go everywhere. Fuck it. There's not a soul to be seen at Yomotsu Hirosaka. Silence fills the area. The girl we met here yesterday sure was cute, huh? Yeah, she had the looks of an actress. You were head over heels for her too, director. I wasn't head over anything. I was totally cool and... Look. Magari thrusts her phone at Yagumo and interrupting him. There's a photo of Yagumo with a goofy grin as he talks to the woman from yesterday. When did you... See, you were head over heels. It was so funny. I took a picture of it. I really do look head over heels, huh? Now you know. Next time you see a cute girl, try not to make an embarrassing face, okay? If you make that face in front of an actress, she won't be taken seriously as a... If you make that face in front of an actress, you won't be taken seriously as a director at all. Okay. Yagumo reflects deeply as he gets into the van. Deep thoughts. Anything else we can gather here? They visit Tutsui again. It's quiet and still, save for the rippling of the pond's surface, just like this morning. Is there anything you still need to check here? I brought the camera just in case. Let's see. As Yagumo folds his arms in thought, a casual voice suddenly calls out behind him. Yeah, I don't... Is she the one from yesterday? Are you the ones who filmed here this morning? Are you the ones that filmed here this morning? Yes, we are. It seems to be a local resident. Perceiving that, Yagumo puts his best customer service smile on. Were we a nuisance? If so, I humbly apologize. No, you're fine. I was just thinking that few people ever film here. They filmed without permission, so Yagumo would like to avoid any trouble with residents. But before Yagumo can come up with the excuses, Magari puts on a smile and answers for him. Oh, it wasn't a full-blown filming. We're just location scouting to find the best places to film. Oh, I see. Well, Yomotsu Hirosaka's nearby, so people film there every now and then. Wait a sec, we might get a clue from her. She might remember, because she looks old enough. If she was a resident 10 years ago, she might know something. I like seeing that, so I come by to watch whenever I hear there's a filming happening. Did you happen to see a TV drama shoot that happened here 10 years ago? 10 years ago? 10 years ago, huh? But I don't remember anything like that. Well, that figures. It was 10 years ago after all. Is there anything else I guess? By the way, ma'am, how long have you lived around here? Me? I've lived here a long time. Ever since I got married 30 years ago. I've pretty much taken root here. Well, you seem like you do know the area, so would you happen to know if there's been any changes in buildings around here? Oh, you're right. Yagumo points in the general direction of where he believes the camera was placed. The woman smiles and shakes her head in an exaggerated fashion. The people may change, but this place hasn't changed one bit ever since I moved in. But we got a synesthesia. This place has not changed since 30 years ago. Sugoi chigayo. I see. So I guess the window frame scene in that film was a set after all. But what was the intention? Why would the cut need to have a window frame? Is there anything else we can get here? By the way, the woman leans forward, looking quite curious. What are you filming? A TV drama? A movie? Who's starring in it? It's a TV drama, but casting and whatnot hasn't been decided. I see. Hopefully you can cast some famous faces. Hopefully. Yagumo gives her an ambiguous smile as he doesn't even know if he'll be taking up the megaphone himself. Is there anything else we can learn? By the way, no, leads in, Okay, we got all that. Okay, we learned an interesting clue though, that the setting has not changed for 30 years. So it was all props or some kind of weird shooting that they did to make it look like they were filming inside a building. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we probably still need a lab. I think that's where it needs to go because I've literally been everywhere else. But I do also just want to check the archive center in case... Simon was alone in the archive center room, sipping coffee and watching the monitor as usual. You're back, huh? Well, come on in. I was starting to get bored out of my mind. Sorry, there's just something I wanted to make sure of. And that is that film really from the TV drama project that got suspended 10 years ago? Kind of late to ask a question like that. Sorry, just making sure. Well, to answer your question, there is no doubt about it. Or at least I think so. Sensing the evasiveness of Sayama's words, Yagumo casually tries pressing him on that point. Sayama, were you here when the project was suspended? Basically, I'm asking if you were physically here the moment the film was literally shelved. Okay, I see what you're getting at. No, I didn't witness that firsthand. I only got reassigned here 8 years ago. So I can only assume that the film is the film based on the name and date written on the label. Only assume that the film is the film based on the name written on the label. Which means they could have changed when it was filmed. Because if we're just going off what was written on the label, it could be wrong. They could have forged it and changed it and whatever. So we don't actually have a clear view if this film was made 10 years ago. Hang on a sec. I thought the label on the film can was blank. Not the label. The only one in the archive shelf. It clearly said it was the project's pilot film. You seem to have your doubts, but I thought that was enough to identify it. It's not like anyone has anything to gain with this switcheroo. I see. You might be right about that. Interesting. After nightfall. Back at Yagumo Studios, Yagumo and Megari sip coffee as they go over today's results. So the film turned out to be a fake, huh? A double fake, at that. It's not the real film from 10 years ago, and it's not a real ghost that was filmed. But how'd they pull off that ghost then? I don't know the full details of the trick, but I think we've got all the keys to solve it. Let me watch the film closely and I'll figure it out. Megari, you can go home now. I can be your operator, you know. I don't need any more image processing, and I can handle previewing footage by myself. In that case... Megari gets up and shoulders her bag as she continues to speak. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? You're getting old. And your face looks tired. Knock it off. I'm not even 30. I've got this. Well, okay then. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and put your mug in the sink when you're done. I'll wash it tomorrow. Got it. Good work today. I like their duo. They're kind of cute together. As Megari leaves the room, Yagumo waves his hand and sits back on the sofa. Phew. Despite what he said to Megari, Yagumo is so exhausted his body feels like lead. Did I overuse my synesthesia? Well, it's not like I can control it. It's been triggered a lot since I got caught up in this mess. I must be concentrating a lot. I need to expose the decade-old truth of this project by any means necessary. Yagumo scratches his face once, twice, thrice before finally getting up from the sofa. Yagumo, part 1. The solution. Oh, is this where we're going to piece it together? Putting it together. Morning. The next day, Megari arrives at the office around noon and enters the reception room with her usual greeting. Usually Yagumo would be sipping coffee here around this time, but he's not here. He was late yesterday too. Maybe he's still asleep? And I told him to put his mug in the sink, but it's just out there on the table. Jeez. Director, you here? Here? It's as if he's not in his room. Then Megari timidly opens the door to the editing room. There she finds Who? An exhausted Yagumo lying his face on the desk. How long has he been checking the footage? Yagumo's not even twitching. He looks like he's dead. Magari fearfully approaches, but she freezes in place when she spots a scrap of paper on the desk. What's this? It appears to be some sort of mystery code written in Yagumo's handwriting. This looks like a load of nonsense. Director, did your brain overheat or something? Hell no. Director, you're awake! Yeah, I was checking the film until a minute ago. I finally understand everything. Huh? I figured out the trick they used to get the ghost to appear. For real? For real. Now let's head out. Gotta go shove it in that trickster's face. Wait, we can't go right now. Why not? What do you mean, why not? It's dangerous. Dangerous? How? Anyway. Go take a shower and get changed. You reek because you've been up all night. Riding in the van with you when you're smelly is gonna be dangerous to my nose. Okay. 1 hour later. One shower and change of clothes later, Yagumo and Magari board the van. So, where are we headed? Someone involved in the case has been feeding us all the wrong information. One wrong piece of info is an accident, sure. But several pieces? That has to be intentional. Intentional? So someone's been deliberately lying to us? Yes. The mastermind behind the whole case. The mastermind's been hiding the truth, and it's time that we make him spit it out. I see. So, actually, real quick, because I think we got some more characters now. Oh yeah, here we did we already read Abuse? No, we didn't. Isaiah Abuse, one of the 3 directors attached to the latest Shimane mystery drama project. He made his directional debut in his early 20s, focusing on promotional videos. His artistic vision quickly earned him fame, making him a modern favorite. He's an artist who behaves listlessly and speaks with an air of importance. How strange. Your work has a faint sense of death. Monami Hashima, Director Ibuse's manager who's always on his side. She's a mature, hospitable woman who supports him in nearly every aspect of his work, including managing his schedule. She's reserved and mild-mannered, but she's got the look of an actress and radiates with a natural charm. Okay. I think that's all we got. All right, back. Oh, you know what? So I think I kind of like spoiled I kind of figured it out, but I think the 2 protagonists of the game are obviously Yagumo and then Ryo. I think these are 2 protagonists. So I think the reason why they show her is because I think she's supposed to be another one of the protagonists that will be like kind of like watching unfold, like the world kind of unfold through her perspective. As far as to my knowledge. I mean, that would be the only reason why she appears here, because she's technically, like, the main character. Because we haven't run into her at all. So that's why I assume that this Ryo is probably going to be, like, our other protagonist. So that's cool. But anywho, let's go confront this douche canoeer. Who's been lying to me! Soichi Gaio! The 2 of them stand back before Miho-kan. We're up against a big shot director. You sure you'll be okay? Who cares if he's a big, medium, or small shot? I respect Director Ibuse, but I respect the truth more, and I must know. Ain't that the truth? They look at each other in the eye and nod as they confidently step into Miho-kan. So, what's there to say that I wasn't said yesterday? I told you I've got nothing to say of the film. With Hashima at his back, Ibuse greets them, seemingly displeased with the sudden appointment. But Yagumo speaks up, unshaken. You see, Director Ibuse, I just found something I needed to talk to you about. at all costs. And that is, basically the question is, what was the true purpose of that film? Max mode? What do you mean? Director, you said the film was cursed by a ghost, but what could a fake ghost shot with a film trick curse exactly? Fake? I don't know what you're talking about. You checked the film, didn't you? There was no evidence it had been edited. True, there was no evidence that the film was edited, but an on-set practical effect wouldn't leave any. In fact, for a film director by your caliber, there were many unnatural techniques used. First of all, what was the purpose of the cut of the actress from inside the window frame? That was... Right. That was to show the perpetrator peeking out from the house by the pond. Oh, the perpetrator hired a hitman to kill the woman. He hid her in a nearby house and watched the deed with his own eyes. The thing was, the buildings around Totsui haven't changed. Oh, here we go. They haven't changed. There's no such house by the pond. Gasp! Oh yeah, I hit him. Oh dude, oh shit, we're doing damage. There's no buildings anywhere near the camera was set up. And I went to the location myself. And I got a testimony from a local there that there hasn't been any construction there for decades. If what you're saying is true, director, does that mean you deliberately built the set there? He's taken aback. Dude, this actually feels like intense, man. I like this. This kind of gives me almost like, I feel like more, not Danganronpa vibes, because I think truth bullets have more weight to them. Like, shooting the statements feels more intense, but this gives me more like Ace Attorney vibes. Like, oh, objection! You know? This I like this. I'm liking this. This feels intense. Besides, why would someone who hired a hitman deliberately go to the scene of the crime instead of going somewhere else to make an alibi? It doesn't make any sense script-wise. Let's set that aside for now. It's not the only odd directional choice in the film, but when I realized why it was necessary, the whole trick became unraveled. Go ahead and call it a trick, but it frustrates me that you call my directional choices odd. Tell me what you mean specifically. Very well. In that case, the cut was shot with a telephoto lens. But that's because that was the intent. What was the intention of the telephoto lens? As far as I can see, it serves no purpose at all. It doesn't make sense to build a set for the whole shot and then only ever show the window frame. Combine the window frame with the telephoto lens, and you've got the keys to solving the trick. Attach the window frame to the camera like so, and no matter how much you move the camera, the window frame stays put. So the audience can't even tell that the camera was moved. In other words, it wasn't even a building set. It was just a window frame. You get two actresses, one at point A and the other a bit further at point B, with the ghost actress on standby behind her. You can't tell there's two actresses since their faces are covered by raincoat hoods in the scene. Shine a spotlight at the camera from the woods, and when the lighting whites on the screen, you move the camera from point A to point B. And that's how you create the scene with an instant ghost appearance. So basically, the telephoto lens was used because it's the most effective way for moving A to B with the least amount of camera movement. What do you think? That should explain even every oddity in the film. Gasp! But how do you explain the ghost standing on the surface of the pond? That was... That's not something a director should say. Clear acrylic boards work wonders, you know. That should explain how everything could be shot without an actual ghost. What do you think? But Even if your hypothesis is plausible, there's no proof. You've proved the possibility of it being fake, but you haven't proved that it actually is fake. But we have a way to prove it. True, we've only been talking about possibilities. So far, that is. But if I can expose a decisive lie of yours, then the possibilities only become more probable. A decisive lie? Yes, that film isn't even from that 10-year-old project in the first place, isn't it? What? On what basis can you say that? That film is unmistakably what I know. The logo of the company established 8 years ago was emblazoned. Is that how you say it? Emblazoned on the side of the truck. Gasp! Yeah! Let's go. We checked the registration of the company whose name was on the side of the truck in the film. It's a shipping company established 8 years ago. In other words, there's no way that film could have been shot 10 years ago. Director Ibuse, why did you lie to us? If you really were involved in the project 10 years ago, that means you went so far as to fabricate a film just to hide the truth. Why? What could have driven you that far just to cover up the truth? Truth revealed. Hell yeah. Oh, first victory. Hell yeah, I got a trophy. Ibuse limply hangs his head. Hashima and Megari are left stiff and speechless in the presence of Yagumo's intensity. A heavy silence rules the room. But then... Huh? A somewhat familiar, cheerful tune can be heard from outside the room. The door slams wide open and... Oh my god, Oh my fucking god, this was just a test. This was just a test, man. Hey, okie dokie. Good work, everyone. With a cheerful greeting, in walks Isogami, blaring radio cassette player in hand. What? Isogami? Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's introduce our cast once more. Written by a starring director, Isaiah Ibuse. Thank you. Wow, that was intense, but I'm glad I was able to act my part. Huh? Production assistant and co-starring, Monomi Hashima. Yagumo Megari, I'm sorry for deceiving you. Huh? And finally, planning and directing by me, Hiroyuki Isogami. Isogami, Hashima, and Ibuse all hold hands and bow, and Yagumo Megari to Yagumo and Megari like actors in a play. Yagumo stares dumbfounded until the song ends, and he snaps back to his senses. What? Isogami, what kind of farce is this? What's the meaning of this? Oh, sorry, Maxie. That was all an act to test you. What? What do you mean an act? We were seriously trying to uncover the truth. I know. Calm down. This is all for Maxie's sake, you see? For me? Yes, remember how I said one of our staff members was against it? Well, we weren't against the project itself, but rather your appointment to it, Maxie. After all, while you might have talent, you still lack a reputation, Maxie. Okay, but still, why all this? Basically, the condition was you pass the test by correctly identifying the film was fake. And why? To shoot a mystery. You first need the wit to solve a mystery of at least that caliber, see? So we looked for a suitable shelved film for the test and developed a story around it. This is all Director Ibuse's suggestion, you see. It was all your idea, Director Ibuse? I heard from Isogami that someone who opposed your appointment, so I talked to them. I recognized your skill, and as a veteran, I have to promote upcoming talent. So we went to the premise that I shot the film, and even though I had nothing to do with it, Sorry for deceiving you. Please forgive me. Director. Whoopsie, I gotta close that out. Whoopsie. Alright. So, does that mean Max's appointment is official? Of course! The project's already been greenlit, so you can get ready and shoot immediately. Let's make this project a success. It's time to get poppin'. So you mean to tell me I went through this whole thing as an elaborate ruse so that way you guys can test to see if I'm, like, worthy enough for making a mystery film? I stayed up all night for this shit, and this is how you repay me? I literally lost sleep solving this mystery. You did it! You did it, director! This is your big chance! Yeah, I'm still a little overwhelmed. I'm mad that I've been deceived, but it was all for me, so I mean, I don't know how I should feel. In any case, you and I both have been chosen as directors. So let's make the project a success. Okay! Yagumo firmly grips Ibuse's outstretched hand. And thus, today is the day that Max Yagumo officially became a director for the new Shimane TV mystery drama project. And then a real mystery is gonna happen. Someone's actually gonna get fucking killed. Yagumo, Part 1, Epilogue. I mean, I guess you can't really expect for things to actually get in the swing of things. This is just probably like a tutorial just to test my deductive reasoning, you know, for the future of the game. Several days later, Yagumo visits Sayama at the Archive Center to check on something. You were in on it too, huh, Sayama? You guys really pulled the wool over my eyes. Yeah, I feel bad, but it was funny, gotta admit. I got on board since it was a fun distraction. So, we've established that the film was a fake, but what about the real decade-old footage? Who knows? Might have got buried here somewhere. Not even I know how many tapes we've got here. I see. Is that all you wanted to ask? Oh no, one more thing about the film that keeps bugging me. I heard you figured out all the tricks, though. No, the truck's still bothering me. Oh, that, huh. Yes, from our investigation, we learned that the truck belonged to a real shipping company, but you wouldn't use an actual company's truck to film a murder scene. Would you? Looks like you've already come up with an answer. Yes. That was an accident on location. And that woman really was Reno. So it really was real. I was right. She really did get fucking murked by that truck. It really looked like she got killed, and she actually did. Like, was I the only one sitting here, like, saying, like, damn, she really did get hit by that truck? Because, like, that was a real truck, man. Sayama quietly takes a sip of his tea before he murmurs in reply. Well, you find a lot of crazy shit lying around in this place. So the one truth in this charade was that the film was indeed cursed. Huh. Yagumo simply nods before he respectfully bows and excuses himself out the room. Interesting. And there you have it. That was Root Film. Hope you all enjoyed. No, that can't be the end. No, because it's literally in part 1. It says Yagumo part 1, so I'm assuming there's going to be more to it. Well, that's interesting. So I guess they kind of take it in like sections. So like each section is kind of like its own little like story. I mean, I don't think, well, assuming because it's Yagumo part 1, there's going to be more, like, Yagumo parts. So that's not, like, the last we've seen of that character. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe, like, the next chapter we go and see, like, Rio's side of the story or whatever her story is going to involve. But that was cool. I mean, actually, that wasn't, like, super long. How many of these are there? I should probably, like, Google that just to see how many parts there are. I wonder, I hope this, oh, is this song like copywritten? Oh shit. Oh, I hope YouTube doesn't shoot me for this. I kind of want to keep the credits rolling though. But the song might, I might get shot for the song. I'm enjoying this game. Yeah, it's true that there's not really a lot of like actual gameplay. Like it truly is just a visual novel experience, but I don't know, I'm liking it. I kind of like the mystery, and honestly, even though that was just kind of like a prologue, like tutorial story, like I was still like interested. So like, if we're gonna actually get into like solving a real life murder or some shit, like yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Oh shit, wait, do we get like a breakdown? Oh, see, yeah, Rio. So we have our own, okay. So we got a flow chart here. So we got Yagumo, Part 2. I'm guessing they want us to go down in order, or is it like better to start Rio now? I don't know, I feel like we should just go in order. So I guess we do Yagumo Part 2. You know? Well, I don't know, is there like a right order to it? Or can I not do Rio yet? Well, it looks like I can select it. I don't know. I feel like we just go to Yagumo Part 2 and let's just continue the story. But yeah. I hope it's not just these three. Well, no, because Rio... Yeah, so there should be more parts to come because I can't... If Rio has a Part 1, then there's got to be a Part 2. So yeah, I'm assuming the flowchart's probably going to expand off this. I'm genuinely curious how many chapters it's going to have. But anywho, let's... I guess let's get into Yagumo Part 2.